Alright everyone, and welcome back to Season 16 of Apex Online Racing, Xbox One F2. We're here today for the 4th round of the season, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And as you can see, I've got light rain conditions then for qualifying, so it's interesting to see how that sort of shakes up the order. We did have a bit of rain in China at the end of qualifying, but it sort of came too late for it to really make a difference because everyone had time to go out on the drives beforehand. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what actually happens then with the order in this one, because it is actually sort of getting lighter as well. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see then, like, you know, how the times come down like throughout the session here. But yeah, I'd have to say that I think this was actually maybe a bit of a good thing for me here, because like going into this one, this was a track that I was really struggling to find a setup with. And I mean, I don't think I'm as good at this game as I was on F1 2017, but like very much so around here. It just seems like it seemed like whatever I was doing, it was just like the wrong thing setup wise, and it took me a while to actually just, you know, find a somewhat decent setup and just, you know, string a few like good laps together and just try and get a consistent run in and get a good feel for the car. So obviously because of that, my expectations for this race really weren't that high. Obviously I do want to try and keep up the obviously we've had 2 points finishes in a row over the last couple of races. Well, we've had 3 actually, but you know, as I keep on saying, one of them didn't count. But obviously we want to keep up the good sort of form going in. Well, goodish form, I guess, better than last season. Anything's better than last season, so obviously want to keep that going, and we'll see then how our lap time is. I do think though, what I was trying to say was that I do think that the rain was a little bit better for us, though, just because it did make things a bit more challenging for everyone, I guess, and we weren't as disadvantaged, I guess. But it did get dry just before the end, and enough time for 2 people then, Smithson and Pelsbury, to go out and set a time. I did actually try and go out, and it's actually lucky that I did not set a time, because I accidentally went out on ultra softs instead of super softs, so that would really ruin my race if I'd done that. But yeah, we're going to be 13th on the grid then, and we'll have to see how we can do then in the race. It's time for race day then in Azerbaijan, and well, the cloudy, rainy conditions from Saturday have gone, and it's looking like clear skies then over the Baku city as we're getting ready now then for race day. And as you can see, yeah, perfect temperatures, clear day, and yeah, complete contrast from what we had in qualifying. As yeah, we're here in Baku then for our 10th league race in Azerbaijan. And yeah, we'll actually have had 2 previous wins here then, in F2 season 14 in AOR, and we had one in Apollo League as well. And yeah, of course that F2 race in season 14 was an epic one. If you haven't seen it before, then I just suggest you go watch it. And we have actually finished every race we've ever started here in Baku as well, which is, you know, maybe something you wouldn't expect for a street circuit, but you know, I guess we have done sort of less races here than maybe Singapore and Monaco. But yeah, we're looking at the track then, 20 corners, although a lot of them are flat out. Well, some of them are flat out, not a lot of them, but yeah, certainly a fair few flat out ones then, say in the final sector then. And yeah, we'll have to see then how much overtaking there'll be. There should be a lot into turn 1 here, down that long, well, pretty much all of sector 3, as yeah, you can get moves down to turn 1, and you can often find yourself still side by side with people into turn 2 as well. And if you don't get the move done there, then you do get a second bite of the cherry down another long back straight then in towards turn 3. So there should be quite a lot of overtaking then into those 2 DRS zones, and we'll have to see then. Well, I should imagine that there'll be quite a lot, but we'll have to see just how much. And yeah, if our setup is good enough to, you know, compete down that sort of those 2 long straights. As we see then the strategy, we are starting on the super soft tyres then, luckily being outside the top 10, and yeah, not completing that ultra soft run. But yeah, we should be able to do that one quite comfortably then, go on to soft tyres somewhere well, just before half distance, as we're getting off now on the formation lap. And yeah, I think a bit of a mix out of the top, well, out of everyone really, because I forgot that of course everyone except the top 2 will have fresh tyres then, what with it being a wet qualifying and a dry race. And we see then KJ on the soft tyres, Hayden on the soft tyres, and I think whoever that was in last position, I actually missed that there, whoever that was, but yeah, they're on the soft tyres as well. I think it may have been the Williams, I'm not sure, but yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, what happens here then, as we are on the grid then, or just about pulling up to the grid now then, for the start. We've got, I think our teammate was behind us on the grid, I think he was 15th or 16th, can't really remember now, but yeah, we'll have to see what we can do then, if we can make our way through the field then, as we've got the lights coming on now. And away we go then, in Baku after quite a long hold there on the lights, have to say. And I don't think either us or Hayden really had the best of starts there, but Fair had a good start then, coming through the middle there, and yeah, we end up hung out Strawberry on the outside as we've got Javalar there passing us as well into, well, up ahead of us into turn 2, as yeah, we're down to 15th position and it looks like our teammates lost pace as well, I think, just because I can't really remember where he qualified, but I think he was he was somewhere behind us, as we're going to try and let run outside into turn 3. That's not really a place that's too easy to overtake into though, as yeah, he's going to maintain his position then. And I think I may have got a bit of a tap from behind there, I think maybe from our teammate there, I'm not sure, maybe it was X-Power, but yeah, he's actually the other one who's on the soft tyres then, so yeah, apologies for missing that one. As yeah, we are going to stay then in 15th place, and it looks like for the rest of this first lap, but we'll have to see then what kind of overtaking action happens here then. I do find that at this track you really do just have to save all your ERS throughout the rest of the lap and then just deploy it all on these 2 DRS straights, because yeah, if you don't, then if you're not like turning it all the way up on this straight, then you're just going to lose out, as there was actually a crash there. Franglish, I believe, took out Hayden there and hit him into the wall, and that's the Renault driver's race over there. So yeah, that moves us up then to 14th, but obviously yeah, we lost a place there to X-Power, so obviously we only gained 1 place rather than 2. So yeah, we try and get the place back there, but he covers in the middle of the track there quite well, and yeah, he's going to maintain that position then, as we do get a bit of a run, but yeah, it's never really going to pass there. Well, yeah, we were never going to overtake into turn 4, so yeah, he maintains that position. He's covering the line very well then for these few corners, and yeah, once you get to this point, it's pretty much impossible to overtake for the rest of the lap, as we're going to come out then of what is the final proper corner then, turn 16, and out onto what is pretty much now just the long straight. And yeah, we're a little bit adrift of those in front of us, but we should hopefully reel them in a bit, as we're heading now then down this long straight towards turn 1. We have picked up the DRS, and there is in fact an incident in front of us then. Melanie's gone off there, Fair's involved as well. I think Melanie went to the pits there with damage, so yeah, that's gained us a couple of positions. And we also had the Red Bull there off of Smithson, pole sitters off there, and that's moved us up into 11th position now, as we are still on the back lane of the Williams of X-Power, and we'll have to see then if we can slipstream them here. We are a little bit far behind there, then you do have to really get a good run out of turn 2 here, I find, to be able to make a move into turn 3, as we do outbrake him, but yeah, we were just nowhere near close enough. You do have to get a good run out of that turn 2 to yeah, get the move done. As on to later on in that lap, we outbrake ourselves. The one thing we did not need to do in this race was pick up damage, but we don't have the pace. That was really what we needed to not do, because it just ruins our whole plan really of just keeping it out of trouble. And yeah, the lucky thing for us is that this is a track with like a lot of straights and a lot of slow corners, but not many like medium or high speed corners, so yeah, it's not going to hurt us as much as say Spain or somewhere like that. So we should be able to carry on with this damage, but that is quite annoying for us, and we'll have to probably change it in the pits as well. T does overtake us then, so yeah, quite annoying that we've done that there then, and we'll be hoping out for a safety car ready to, you know, sort of help us out in this one, because yeah, sort of slipping away from us then with that damage, and we'll just have to try and manage it the best we can until we pit. Luckily we didn't start on the soft tyres, because we would have to be going a long way to our pit stop now then. Smithson does come back through there on us, and he's up to 12th position, then that demotes us down to 13th. So we've still got Franglish behind us then, recovering him from his incident as well. Smithson outbrakes himself then, goes into the wall, and that damages his front wing as well, so that may actually help us out here then. Sort of a bit of a level playing field here then with the front wing damage, and we may be able to outbrake him here into turn 3. I was quite cautious though because of the wing damage, and yeah, nearly got pinched there at the apex, but yeah, luckily no contact, and yeah, we stay in 13th for the time being. We are going to skip a bit, I think, because yeah, obviously not a lot is going to really happen until we get back out onto that long straight. We do reel in the Red Bull once again then, as he actually moves across then into, I believe, the pit lane here. I'm not sure. I think he did, and we've actually got Franglish then getting a double slipstream from the pair of us then, and is he going to outbrake us here then? Not quite, but well, we outbrake ourselves really, and he's side by side with us then towards turn 2, and we just about managed to hang on then. But yeah, we don't get the best run out of that corner either, so maybe with DRS he can get us up towards turn 3 here, but the safety car gets deployed, so yeah, that's not going to happen then, and yeah, that really may just have saved our race then, because we can now come in then for a little bit earlier than planned stop, but the soft tyres will still get us to the end of the race, and we can change our front wing, so hopefully we won't lose too much time with that, but we shouldn't really, because it's a safety car, and yeah, this should hopefully hold us up quite a lot. Only 14 runners, so yeah, the chances of us scoring points is sort of going up, I guess, with the more people dropping out. It was actually John that crashed out in front of us who brought out that safety car, so that has helped us out then. But yeah, Murney has stayed out then, and he has, well, he pitted earlier than us, so he may well be going to the end for now, I'm not sure. Although, yeah, it's quite a long way, I guess, but yeah, he's ahead of us now then, but we are in 12th position, so I think we've gained a place from where we were. I think we were in the 13th, so yeah, we have gained a bit then from this pit stop, and yeah, we'll have to see then what we can do on the restart as it all bunches up, and then there was actually contact up in front of us, and I think the leader went and then braked again, so that will cause carnage, and yeah, there's some people with damage. I think Melanie lost out there somewhere, I'm not sure, but we've got a great run then. We're actually up to 9th, and I think someone went into the pits as well. I think one of the people who picked up damage, and that is to get to 10th place, and are we? Well, no, we're going to brake then on the outside. Are we going to take 2 cars here around the outside into turn 2? It looks like we are. We're up to 8th position, but we have still got the Toro Rosso then of Welty right alongside us then down this back straight towards turn 3. We'll try and brake as late as we can here then without running into the Sauber. We lock up a bit, and Welty also brakes quite late there and manages to get back ahead of us, and we'll try and outbrake him into turn 4, but we lock up both front tyres, I think. Push Welty out wide, and luckily there was no damage there. No, I thought I maybe had hit him into the wall, but luckily that wasn't the case there. Just a simple lock up on our part, and yeah, luckily yeah, nothing came of it, and yeah, he got ahead of us, pulled back ahead of us anyway, so yeah, no harm done there, as I think Jork crashed out. I think he was behind us. I think he got caught up in that safety car restart thing, which is a shame for him because he was right near the front. As we've got more so then very slow there, I think he's got front wing damage as well in that instant. Welty's going to come through then, we're also going to go through as 3 wide there for a second, and Smithson's going to come through as well then. We're in overtake mode, and in fact we actually run out just before the line, so we lost a bit of momentum there, but we were nearly top speed anyway, as Welty covered us off and just allowed Smithson there to go right around outside of us, or the pair of us there, and now Javlar's right alongside us, but looks like we've just about maintained our position then into turn 2, and there's no DRS yet, I don't think, so yeah, it's going to stay that way then for a couple of laps now then, as we're looking to the inside here of Welty. We're a bit far back though, and yeah, it's been quite difficult for us to get the move done there, and he's going to maintain position, but we've got the other Toro Rosso there, Franglish, right on our tail, so go watch out for him there. But yeah, we managed to maintain position for the time being then, as yeah, on to lap 15 now then. We've got yellow flags up in front of us. There's been an incident somewhere up in front of us, and who is it? I think it's actually the other Red Bull there of KJ Gamer, and he's pushed his teammate out a little bit there, but he's got front wing damage, and he's just going to drop through a field like a stone, I think. And yeah, understeering so badly there, and somehow didn't crash out. In fact, he did crash out there, so yeah, he's out of the race then. That moves us up to 7th position as we run a little bit wide there, brush the wall, but luckily no damage. And we'll have to see now then, with a bit of a double slipstream, can we try and gain a couple of places here then. We found ourselves in a pretty good position, obviously with all these people dropping out, and of course the safety car certainly helps out after getting that damage. And yeah, we're looking like maybe we can get some good points here, but as I was saying, our drive pace isn't really too great, so we've just got to try and stay in this group really and see what we can do. As Welty then is right up behind Smithson then, but doesn't go for a move, and we are gonna, yeah, we didn't regain as much as I'd have hoped there, but Welty actually gets quite a bad run there at turn 1, and we're just gonna go around the outside, are we? Just about, so close to contact, and yeah, we just about get ahead. We've also got DRS then, so we can try and pull away here. I think the Red Bull's a little bit reach here then to try and go for an overtake, but I just wanted to make sure I actually did outbrake Welty, and I did clip the back of Smith in there. Luckily no damage, and luckily he didn't spin, so yeah, no harm done there. And yeah, I would have backed off there anyway if he had spun, so yeah, luckily that wasn't the case, and yeah, we can get on with the race, and we maintain our position over Welty as well. So yeah, we'll have to probably try and use DRS here to try and defend the position here, because we're a bit far back, but Welty's got such a good run. I must have been running like more aero than some people, I think, because I feel like I was sitting duck more often than other people were. And yeah, Welty is then passed into turn 1, and we'll have to see if we can get him back into turn 2, as Franglish once again then is trying to make the most of us going wheel to wheel and try and get in on the action and try and get an overtake, but things stay the same way then for a few laps, well, for I think a few corners actually. But Verstappen crashed out the race, and he was up, must have been about a podium place or near enough there, so that's a shame for him, but it does move us up to 6th position then. And yeah, you can sort of see already that we're starting to drop back now. Safety car's been in for a few laps, and yeah, we just don't really have the pace of those in front of us. We were sort of managing to stick with them a bit with the slipstream and DRS as well, but yeah, we're now just starting to drop back a bit. Our true pace is showing compared to everyone else. And Franglish goes through then, and he is up to 6th position. And yeah, we're still in decent position, I'd say, 7th position, because I don't think we were really on for, like, in a normal race with not really any incidents or any raining qualifying or whatever. I do think we'd have been quite a long way down the field this week. So I think from here, there's only 10 people still in the race, so as long as we get to the end, we're gonna get some points on the board here, which I think would be quite a good result, to be fair, as more so than who was affected by a safety car restart incident is now going to come past then on the super soft tyres and demote us another position. And yeah, I guess that wasn't really much of a surprise there. He's really picked up his pace in sort of recent times, and through he goes then. And then a couple of laps later, we just get caught out there. That was just a complete lapse of concentration, looking at the wrong brake board. And yeah, I braked about 50 metres too late, and yeah, X-Power goes through then. He was also on the super softs. I think he may well have caught us anyway, so it may not even have been a big deal, because our pace was really did drop off, and X-Power was on the super soft tyres, and he did just continue to pull away after this, so I think he may well have caught us anyway. But importantly, I guess for us, we do manage to maintain one position then over Melanie, so it will be 2 points then that we're going to take from this one as we come to the line now then. It's going to be 9th position, which second to last, but as I was saying, I don't really think that on a normal day points would have been a realistic goal, so I do think that's a decent result for us there, as VSR Holland takes the win then. I think this may be the first race since he changed from, I think it was TR Apex, I can't remember, I think it was something like that. Yeah, I think this may have been the first race since he changed it. It's been a while, I'm sorry. So yeah, that's who that is if that name hasn't appeared before. But yeah, it was Rosberg second and Pelsbury in third. And unfortunately then our teammate did crash out, I'm not sure, or retired, I can't really remember now, but I can't remember if I actually said that during the video or not. But as I was saying, 9th place then, we got some points on the board. I don't actually, in fact, has been such a long time that I forgot that we got moved up 2 places. Franglish got a 20-second penalty for taking out Hayden near the start, and X-Power got a 20-second penalty for that safety car restart for he was judged to have caused that. So yeah, we actually moved up to 7th place then, so I don't have the standings for this one because the penalties were sort of added on after the next race was already done. So I believe I was 12th after this race, so yeah, that's where we were, and obviously I'm a long way behind on videos, so I'm very sorry for that, and I'm sorry if the commentary was worse than usual, if that's possible. But yeah, as I was saying, it's been quite a long time since this race actually happened, and I did actually record this in sort of 2 completely different sittings. It was I recorded this half of the video about a week after I recorded the first half. I don't know if that was noticeable that it sort of transitioned at one point, but yeah, sorry that it's taken a while, and if the commentary is not great. So yeah, we'll hopefully try and catch up quite quickly. I mean, there is a break coming up for Christmas, so with me there's plenty of time to fill in then. But yeah, I'll try and sort of try and catch up a bit during this month, and yeah, hopefully we'll have Spain soon then. And yeah, that was it then for this race. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and yeah, see you next time. Goodbye.